Golden Time, episode 22. I don't even know how I'm going to deal with this shit, man. I have no idea how I'm going to deal with this shit, man. God damn. I've never felt so much empathy for a male character since Tomoya Okazaki in Clannad. Ah, oh, fuck. Jesus Christ, Banri. The episode starts off with Koko again saying that she's in their relationship. And again, it fucked me up to hear her repeat it, and she walks away. And Banri just stands there, stunned and dumbfounded. And he's like, I'm gonna wait for her to come back, man, because maybe this is a misunderstanding. So I'm gonna just stay here until she leaves. Until, like, he just stood there, you know what I'm saying? Like, dumbfounded. As dumbfounded as the audience was watching her say her shit to him. So, yeah. He just stood there, and her dad shows up. And he's riding him somewhere, or I think he's taking Banri home. And Banri's like, this is not a coincidence. There's no reason, there's no way that you just randomly show up here after your daughter said whatever the fuck she said to me. So, and he's like, take me back, take me back, take me back. And her dad is like, well, you never said right now, take me to see Koko. You saying take me back. So it's like, you assuming that she's gonna come right back to you. That's kind of carefree of you, don't you think? And I was just kind of like, oh shit, man, you might have gotten the big head when it comes to her. Please let this shit work itself out, right? So then, Koko's dad is just kind of like, hey, she asked me about anxiety medication, and as soon as he said that shit, I was like, oh shit. She did find the pills in the trash. Like, I forgot about this shit. I was like, oh shit. So Banri just kind of like, oh shit, she knew I was taking medicine. She knew I was taking medication. And her dad was like, people take anxiety medication because they're either in pain or insecure. I was like, I would have thought you took anxiety medication for anxiety, from anxious. But that might be something you feel, you know, anxious about. So yeah, whatever. And after that though, like he runs into Nana Senpai. And I like the dialogue between them. I thought the exchange between them showed a bit of maturity on both of their parts, man, because he pretty much just opened up to her, and she told him about how she kind of knew about his condition because Linda had told her, but it wasn't her place to say anything. And I was kind of like, that's cool. And he then tells her that Koko dumped him or whatever, and she lended a sympathetic ear, which I thought was cool of her to do that shit, you know. And she actually says that you were like, next to Linda, you were the only person who I actually do like. So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? She comforted him in a way. I thought that was cool. That was nice. And the next day, he says, I'm going to talk to Koko. I'm going to see what this is all about. I'm going to talk to her. And he runs into her like on the way to school. Like, she fucking calls out to him. She calls out to him. She's like, Banri, it's just like, Banri, and hey, I didn't get a chance to talk to you last night, and I said some things to you or whatever, blah 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 blah. And she was like, I saw that you was waiting for so long, so I sent my dad out there to go get you. I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, like, they just built up this little bit of drama for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, they back together that quick. I'm like, alright, whatever. So they go in the cafeteria, everybody there chilling shit. 2D and Banri go get some coffee. 2D hand a cup of coffee to fucking Oka, and then Banri hands his coffee to Koko, and 2D is like, that coffee is full of love, so it's gonna be good, Koko. And then Coco's like, oh, Banri didn't tell you? Yeah, we broke up. And I was like, what the fuck? The emotional roller coaster that I was on today, oh my god, man. So after that though, she explains that they broke up and that they gonna remain friends. Even Banri's confused. She's like, what the fuck? What? And she was like, yeah, we broke up. We're not a couple. We're just going to be friends. We're just going to remain friends. And Banri just like wide-eyed. And so am I. I was just like, huh? What the fuck? And yeah, she just keeps saying they're going to be friends and all that shit. And she's like, hey, we got a class together. If you can't handle us being friends, then I'll just ignore you, alienate you all together. And I was like, whoa, like, what the fuck, man? like, this shit just got real, like real quick. But obviously, Mitsuo or Yana, whichever one you want to call him, he knows that it's full of shit. He knows what Koko's saying is just full of shit. Like, we as an audience can kind of see it too. You know what I'm saying? We kind of know it because of the whole blanking out of the eyes thing and her attitude up until that point. So we know that what she's saying isn't exactly truthful. But it's just hurtful to hear and see, man. I'm just kind of like, no, don't do this. I was like, come on, man, don't do this shit to this guy, man. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's between me and him. You stay out of it. And she just fucking leaves. And they chase after her. And Banri just sits down, man. And he's in disbelief, man. As you would be. He is in total disbelief, as he should be. And he tells 2D, please, just leave me alone. I just need to be alone. And 2D bounces. And Chinami comes back. And Chinami's like, I think I know what this is about. And shit. Well, she'll say I think I know what this is about. But she showed him the camera. And you see that Koko came back into the room and saw the shit that was recorded on the camera. She saw Banri freaking out. And so I was like, oh shit, you know, she saw him say, don't tell Koko, don't tell Koko. So I was like, that's kind of fucked up, you know what I'm saying? She probably feeling insecure about that shit, right? So then, Banri, man, it seemed like he just kind of lost faith in this shit, man. He's kind of like, you know, it's just how shit is, whatever, it's just how it is. And he's like, you and me, we part of the same club now. We part of the Broken Hearted Club now. And I was like, oh. So, man, like, after all that, though, man, like, I'm still trying to come to terms with them not being together, probably just like he is, too. But he goes to the club, and he's like, listen, we broke up, but I want y'all to treat her exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Like before and shit. Just treat her the same, like how y'all did that time when y'all thought we actually had broken up. So just treat her the same way then. And Linda is freaking, she's flipping the fuck out. She's upset. She's like, how can you be so calm? And what's wrong with you? And go get her and go do this and go do that. And finally, after all this time, after all this build up, he finally flips the fuck out. And he's like, listen, you left me too. You gave up on me. I was in love with you and you did nothing. I was just like, holy shit. And the pushing that they did and the fight that they had, I was like I was literally on my computer just like, what the fuck, man? Like, I was so like into this shit, man. And then like they have their fight and Linda starts crying. I mean, she starts bawling because Banri was crying too. And then Yana walks in and then Banri was like, listen, man, I apologize for lying, but me and her, we went to high school together. We were friends. I loved her. I actually told her that, and I was waiting on a bridge, and then that's when I had my accident and I got amnesia. So the me that I am now is not the same guy that I was in school, and I'm afraid of disappearing. I was just like, whoa. It finally came out into the light. And then Koko walks in, hands in a letter of resignation to the festival club. Banri snatches it and like crumbles it a bit. And he just looks at her, and she looks at him, and she like walks away, and he chases her, and Linda is still crying on the ground, and that's how the episode ends. And I was like, no! Like I was really, I didn't even realize 20 or so minutes had went by. Like when I looked down, I was like, what? That was the end of the episode. Oh my god, son! Like I can't even deal. I cannot even deal with this shit. I can't even do it. I cannot even do it, man. I can't fucking do it. Like I was gonna do my review with my shades on, like how I normally do it, but I was like, no, fuck that, fuck that. I gotta let these people see my eyes and let them see how. I really tripped out about this shit. I haven't seen anything since Clannad probably that made me have this much emotional attachment to it. I was like, holy shit. Like, oh man, I feel so bad for Banri, man. I mean, I feel bad for him and Koko. I'm not gonna hate Koko. I feel bad for both of them because they both going through some shit right now. They both going through it. Everybody else is just secondary characters. Well, Linda too. I feel bad for Linda. I feel bad for Banri, and I feel bad for Koko. Everybody else is just secondary to me. But Linda, Banri, and Koko, I'm just like, oh my god, like it's so much shit there though, man. But this can't be the end of Banri and Koko. It cannot be the end of them two. It can't be. I know he still loves her. I know she still loves him. I don't care how she's acting right now. I know that she still loves him. There's no way this can be the end, especially after her initiating sex to him. If the girl initiates sex to you, you know what I'm saying, and y'all been in the relationship, she wants you. She initiated it with him. Everything in their relationship, pretty much, she initiated. So I can tell she's still into him. She's able to be her real self around him. She's into him. There's no way that's the end. Tell me how y'all thought about this, man. Tell me what y'all think is going to happen in the next episode of Golden Time. I am Bash Stampede. God dang.